Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to week 6 of the podcast. Let me drop our starting soon screen here. Hello. Why am I so short? I'm not this short, I swear. Anyways, moving on. That is our literal, I guess, meme of this podcast now is just the gnome in general. Gnome is life, gnome is love. Who likes the gnome? I like the gnome. Why is it just spinning? All right, Star, give us an introduction for yourself with the gnome. Introduce our guests for the week. Our guest dropped out, so this is our new guest for the week right here.
Good gnome.
Why don't we get into the very first topic of the day, Mitch? It's actually my parents' topic.
Oh, God.
Football versus baseball, Mitch, now that you're a baseball fan. And you have to explain why.
Soccer.
Soccer, I love it. Soccer, but like, now you just triggered all the football fans.
American football or a regular football?
American
football is regular football.
But see, now you're not a Cardinals fan, Mitch. You can't be a Cardinals fan if you like football better.
All right, that's fine by me.
It's just
I'll go root for the Arizona Cardinals.
You would never. Kyle Murray sucks.
Kyler Murray is an amazing athlete.
I don't know what you're talking about. Kyle Murray's not real.
He's an amazing athlete.
He's not real.
He just, he spends too much time playing PowerWash Sim.
True. I think he plays too much time playing Madden.
Dude, if that's actually what he spends his time playing, I question his sanity.
Hey, man, you know what? I have respect for him for being the first quarterback to just openly play so much Madden that it's, like, probably bad for his health.
It was part of his contract that he had to cut down his gaming time.
Bruh. That's so funny.
Listen, man, if you want to play Madden, you can play Madden, but, like, a lot of Madden's bad for you. It's EA. Not that anything's wrong with EA.
Any Madden's bad for you.
Not that anything is bad about EA besides the rest of this joke costs $5 to be answered.
Everything is bad about
the rest
EA.
of the joke costs $5. Please pay up real quick.
DLC talk.
I mean, talk about DLC over here, Mr. Overwatch 2, man.
No, we're not talking about DLCs. We're talking about base features.
What do you mean? What's wrong with Overwatch?
It's just Overwatch 1, man.
So
It is
It's
Overwatch
just Overwatch 1.
It literally updated with more bugs.
You said it yourself, not me. I mean, hey, I actually think it was a very smart, in a financial standpoint of them wanting to make money, it was very smart. They just basically, of course the game was free for people that already had it, but the people that didn't have it, that came into it knowing that it's a popular thing again, being started from the ground again, and spending $60, they still made a hell of a lot of money. And the people coming back into it,
$60, it's free.
No, that's the point I just made. But the people that never joined it in the first place, but all their friends are replaying it again and coming back to it, they now have to pay $60 to go buy it. You only get it if you had Overwatch 1, and the people that never played because it was too late.
I didn't have Overwatch 1 and I got it for free.
Wait,
Pancake.
I thought it was free.
No,
everyone gets it for free.
It was only free if you had Overwatch 1. What?
No, it's free for everyone.
Well, even in general, it still brought the game back into the standpoint of being relevant again, and people still spend money on the game in the standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, they still make a frick ton of money from just reviving it and selling it.
Yeah, they're making the money off the
and
skin.
selling it as a separate game, even though it's the same exact thing. And
it's not being sold, Pancake.
I'm saying in the figurative way.
Skins,
I did the finger quotation. It's in the figurative sold way, but it's just the same game.
It's free for everyone. If you had the previous game, you still get all the skins you had from the previous game. They removed loot boxes.
Instead of that gacha system, now you just pay the full price for the skin.
They removed the loot box system and just made you spend money. Regardless.
I like the XQC clip though, where he opens a game and all 800 plus loot, or 1,000 loot boxes. Just we have opened your loot boxes for you, and he was like, "They opened my boxes!" That was probably the greatest clip I ever watched of XQC.
Dude, I hadn't ever played Overwatch 1. I don't know the economy of Overwatch 1, but I still felt the pain.
That's just like, hey, as a gift, we opened your entire life savings and your pride.
Imagine open all your like rainbow packs.
Oh my god, yeah, just me saving up for 1 million renown, and they just go, hey, we bought all your packs for you and opened them. I would cry, bro. That would I don't even think I would ever play Siege again. That is the only reason I play Siege. I don't even play because of you guys. F you guys. I play specifically for the packs. By the way, if
Like,
anyone
first killer.
wonders real quick why I look like a zombie or just like sometimes might be like a zombie, I legit got like 2 hours of sleep and woke up on the floor with a pillow and a blanket. So that was a long night, bro. A lot of content.
You guys went hard.
Long night, a lot of content, a lot of eggs
yeah.
being cracked into people's heads.
What were the challenges?
Mitch, if you
Well,
want to say
fine.
any of your challenges, you're more than welcome. But I think I'm gonna plead the fifth for now till the video is done.
We gotta see a rap battle.
We did, sure. There was a pretty good rap battle. Like, one that I really didn't think was gonna go good, but I think it turned out okay. Like, it was still funny. It was funny because neither of them, like, well, one of them technically knew how to rap, but, like, the other one still technically won just because it was funnier.
Think you're gonna win? That belief should be a sin. And what's with your mask? It's a joke like Harley Quinn.
Dude, the one that knew how to rap, so much better. So much better.
It was.
You guys are insane.
It was, but I didn't think it was funny, and it was a rap battle. He definitely
Rap
was
battles
way
aren't
better than
about funny.
everything
They're
else.
about honor, Pancake.
Yeah, but if you get destroyed because the other one's funny, I think he still lost.
And also, the other one wasn't even about his opponent.
He had a new
Like,
opponent,
it was so
bro.
off topic.
He had a new opponent in mind.
I mean, at the end of the day, it still came down to, you know, the coin.
I still liked it. And it was fun though. It's the
many
most
hours were
random
these?
thing for Joe Biden to be brought in. I mean, what?
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 Don't worry about it, Star.
Don't worry about it, Star. Joe Biden showed up. He was a guest on it, you know?
Oh, okay. How many hours did they go for?
I had 10 hours of footage. If I had to actually tell you, like, how much it really was content-wise, probably roughly, like, 6 or 7.
Oh,
Bringing
wow.
condensed into an hour video, probably, yeah.
Man,
It was pretty cool.
I feel like I could have made that more poppin' if I was there.
Trust me, it was. I had way too much laughs that I shouldn't have had.
Realizing that I was up for like 5 hours for that stupid thing. I hate you.
It's okay. You
I
still
could've
won
been
like
in
what,
bed.
$30? It's fine.
I don't know, I was thinking like, could I bring it? I know like for a fact we talked about this. Like I could just wear a helmet and just put
Yeah,
myself
you
on
could have
camera.
wore the helmet, or even like Mega, who didn't want a face reveal or anything. He just wore a mask and a hat, and we're just gonna blur his face out for the whole thing.
Okay.
I never realized how much
Blazer
I hate
just
wood, by the way.
doesn't blur his face at all.
I have to re-edit the whole entire thing.
Well, you just pure expose him.
Look
He
what
better
was
have blurred my cat's face. I'm gonna be very upset if he didn't.
The cat.
You mean my cat? Our cat.
Yeah,
Communist.
your cat.
Communist.
Oh yeah.
Do a
Are
trick.
you
Do
guys,
a
are you guys excited for the chess tournament?
Bracket 3, yeah.
No.
Bracket 2 got canceled. So I guess that we could talk about the chess tournament. So today was bracket 2. There was supposed to be a game before and a game after. Captain did forfeit to Shadow, so that is official. Shadow has moved on. That is a pretty good poggers. The announcement was going to be made after the podcast, but wait, we can make it now. It's fair. You guys get, again, being on the Twitch, you guys get to hear it early, so you get to hear that the bracket 2 was forfeited. This sucks
I'm
because
excited.
in the great. See, you're on bracket 3. You get to go against your own girlfriend. How does that feel?
I know.
How are you ready
But
for your
she's-
game?
She seems so confident that she's gonna win because she's actually practicing.
You're gonna
No,
get beat by your girlfriend in chess, man.
I honestly feel like I might, because I put a whole
Shrimp!
hour of practice
Shrimp!
this morning.
Shrimp! I said
Oh my
shrimp.
God.
I said shrimp. Twitch.
But
Shrimp.
I think it'll be a pretty fun match. I believe so.
Now going into it, honestly, who do you think's really gonna win?
Out of everyone, or out of me and her?
Out of you and her. Well, just your
mentally,
bracket in general is what I meant.
In bracket. I feel like I can make it. I honestly feel like I can make it all the way to like at least the finals. The finals is like iffy.
Loses round 1.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited. What about you, Pancake? Do you have any favorites or anyone who you think mentally would make it there?
I don't know. I legit don't know because I really don't know. I think, to be honest, I do think Mega's gonna win just because he has the most actual chess
Background.
practice and background out of everybody. But I wouldn't be surprised because I played against them yesterday just for fun in the video. They both are pretty decent at chess, but the moment they make their first mistake, it's their most extreme mistake that just leads to their downfall. That's it. So I'm giving you guys, for anybody watching that is here in the chess tournament, the moment they do make a mistake, when they do end up making one, it's usually a fatal mistake. So if you play till that point, which is usually how you play in chess anyways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Should be
go
good,
3
but-
move check someone.
No.
You
I
are
was thinking
calling
about that
something
on
that
Sun.
Oh no.
I was thinking about doing that on Sun, but I don't want to. I don't want to do that to anyone.
Why?
Because it's so fast.
Be
and
mean.
cheap.
Be mean.
No.
Star's too.
Sorry, it must be done.
Star's too much of a gentleman. Is that under? How do I? What? It's underneath. How much did they get that?
I've been playing 10-minute Blitz, and the knowing for a fact we're gonna have 30 minutes makes my life so much easier. So I'm excited. I was practicing.
You've been practicing with your chest. You getting good?
Kinda.
What's your chest rank?
I'm
now?
learning some. I'm 716.
Okay, working your way up.
Yeah.
You're getting there. I don't know what I actually don't know what average is.
My
I know
max is
nothing.
2,000.
Max is
I think.
2,000. Okay. So you're working your way up. You're getting there.
My mental goal, even if after this tournament I want to get to a score to above 1,000.
Okay, that's fair.
That's my mental goal now.
Preparing for another chess tournament one day.
Maybe, or just learn the skill, because this is a hobby I kind of want to just get back into.
I already said if we do a chess tournament again one day, the trophy's gonna be even better and like super expensive and look nice.
And made even more from Iowa than already.
I hate
my
you so
God.
much. The trophy is from Iowa. That's where it came from. I hate you for that. Guys, this is not an eating podcast. We're gonna review food.
Oh no.
So this macaroni is from.
You get the Beast Burger?
I should have. I got Charlie's chicken. You know, speaking of that, what's your favorite like chicken place?
Like what kind of fried chicken?
No,
or
I
chicken
think
chips
Mitch should
or-
answer this question first.
Okay.
What?
What kind of category of chicken?
Mitch, what's your favorite chicken place?
Oh yeah.
about
I really
chips,
like
popcorn
that
chicken?
one place, Chick-fil-A. Yeah, that place is
Chick-fil-A?
great.
Oh, yeah.
Eat there all the time.
Oh, my
What's
God.
your favorite Chick-fil-A like thing on the menu?
The fries.
Fries. Okay. What
Just
else?
the fries?
The fries.
I don't think STAR's caught on yet.
It's not even chicken related.
I don't think STAR's caught on yet.
Star.
What am I missing? You know, that is a good question though. What's your favorite just restaurant in general?
Like fast food
Any place to
restaurant
eat.
or
Any place
nice
to eat.
restaurant?
Any place to go out and eat. What's your favorite and why?
Probably Taco John's.
Taco John, but that
Oh.
has meat, Mitch. I'm kidding.
I get the joke earlier.
Real quick, before you answer what's your favorite place and why, because you just said Taco John, but not why. Pepsi or Mountain Dew?
Oh,
Which one am I
Taco
drinking?
John's.
Which one am I drinking? Real quick. Which one am I drinking? Mountain Dew or Pepsi?
No, dude.
Mountain Dew. Got it.
Pepsi.
Okay, now I'm tied. Now, what am I supposed to do? Put the straw in both of them?
yeah.
Put a thing in the middle, a hole in the middle, and drink from the middle?
The only reason you need to drink the Pepsi is because I think Pepsi is the most disgusting substance on the face of
Same
the earth.
product.
So if you get rid of it, then I don't have to see it.
You know what? Heck yeah. You know, because you said that, I'm taking it. You have a good point.
Pepsi is so bad.
Oh, God, that's
So good,
Coca-Cola.
Kind of bad.
I lied. That's Coca-Cola. My cocaine.
All right, Pancake. What great topics do you have in
Well,
place for us?
You gotta answer. We're on the restaurant one, but like you have to say why.
Oh.
What was it?
Oh,
So what's the
right. Well,
reason?
you cut me off earlier. So I forgot
I
about it.
know.
Man.
Cocoa Bean, watching this at work because it's painfully slow. Well, welcome. I hope that we can give you some entertainment to keep you entertained.
Hello, Coco.
I'll
So
get to talk
why-
about it one day.
No, I'm letting you. All right, go ahead. So why do you like? Well, first off, what's Taco John's? Just taco place?
You don't have Taco John's in Oklahoma?
No, I don't. Well, that I know of at least. So we have like.
Like,
Taco
I know
Bell
it's
and Bueno.
mostly a Midwest thing, but the first one was in, like, Oklahoma, if I remember properly.
At least
maybe
where
it
I
wasn't
live,
Oklahoma.
maybe
Maybe, it was another state for this.
I just
But
don't
anyway,
recognize it. Maybe it's something I've at least never ate at it, so maybe that's why.
The only reason why I like them so much is because they have potato olays, and their bean burritos are so much
Potato
better than Taco
Olay.
Bell's.
Okay,
So much better.
Ole, ole.
that's like why you like that's your favorite though out of everywhere to eat.
Yeah, it's my favorite fast food
You
place.
got like no like you know like one of those special like high expensive places to eat or anything, nothing like that.
I don't like spending money on food. It seems excessive.
So Star, what's yours?
Fast food or restaurant wise?
Just in general, what's your favorite place to eat out and why?
When I thought McDonald's, I thought depression.
Oh, okay.
That's just sad.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba! I'm loving it.
There's a reason why their mascot's a clown. It's because that's what their entire organization
It's also
is.
a reason why their motto is "I'm loving it" because nobody is loving it, so they have to make you love it.
Yeah.
Love it or else.
Or else it's forced. It's forced fast food.
Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John. You know what?
Jimmy John's. I like Jimmy
You
John's.
want to know what's something funny
Jimmy
about
John's
Jimmy
fun.
John's? So one, I've only had Jimmy John's like twice in my life. Don't ever remember. It was like I was young, right? I always thought Jimmy John's was just a place that sold Long Johns. That's it. I legit thought their entire purpose was to sell donut Long Johns. And I would always tell my parents when I was younger, like, why don't we go to Jimmy John's? I want Long Johns. And they just looked at me like I was the devil. But yeah, till this day, I have not had like that. I remember Jimmy John's that I could say if it was good or bad because it's been so long. And there's only
My
one near
family
me, and
has
it's pretty
Jimmy
far.
John's every Tuesday.
Yeah,
It's
the one
a-
near me is pretty far though.
But how
It's
much
a ritual
like,
in the household.
Are you a very
Ritual?
meaty person, Pancake? Or are you just like
I just
what's,
eat
like,
whatever, bro. You
I'm
put food
such a
in front of me.
meaty person.
Oh yeah, Mitch loves so much meat. But like,
love so
Oh,
much
yeah.
meat.
if you put meat in front of me, I'll eat it. But like, I'll just eat whatever you put in front of me in general. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Do you like large portions or small portions when you make a sandwich?
So I legit, if you told me we're eating hot dogs, I will eat 9.
Okay.
Right now, I got a 3-chunk dinner from Charlie's Chicken, right? 2 things of macaroni and 3 chunks, and it's like it's not even gonna fill me like a quarter.
I recommend you getting the Jimmy John's Gargantua
What is that?
sandwich. It's literally everything on it.
You wanna know what's funny
Yeah.
though? I'm about to stop you there though. So, I'm very picky in my food. You wanna know why? So I mean, I'm not that picky, but when it comes to burgers, you guys wanna know what's on my burger? Bun,
Burger.
meat, bun.
Really?
What?
That's all I eat.
Is
Oh,
that you
yeah, so-
consider a burger?
So let's say I'm ordering from McDonald's right now, right? Not that I usually do, but let's say I instead of Wendy's, I choose McDonald's, right? I order 2 triple quarter pounders. That's what I eat. Just plain, pure plain, just triple quarter pounder, 2 of them.
Double quarter pounders?
Yeah, I eat them
How
both.
do you?
Oh.
How do you eat?
Listen, I look. How is my sanity doing? Pretty well. I look
You have
like
a
I'm
fast
skinny.
metabolism?
I have an incredibly high metabolism. I can eat a frick ton and it not do anything to me at all. And also with how many, like I don't burn tons of calories. Like I don't work out regularly. Let's just say regularly, right? Like I do work out, just not enough to be like, oh yeah, I work out every day, etc. Or have a schedule. I still burn enough calories in a day to make up for any of what my metabolism can't get done.
No.
Yeah. Burn just enough calories so I stay how I am, and still be able to get some good protein in me, to like actual protein. I know McDonald's is not real protein. You get what I mean. I still eat good protein, have protein shakes, etc., and make up for my actual workout routine. But yeah, no, I just eat freaking 2 triple quarter pounders. If it's at Wendy's, I get 2 double quarter pounders, etc., which is their Dave's double or their Dave's triple sometimes. And yeah, that's what I get. That's something
Pancake is a
that
monster.
that's something that doesn't fill me up. That makes me just full. Like that's considered me just being full, and be like, okay, you know, I'll eat something later, like maybe for a snack for dinner, or like snack for like 2 a.m. or something, if that makes sense. But I don't want to say I fast, but I do fast quite a bit, where I just don't eat for like. Maybe it's because I eat so much. Maybe that's why. I eat so much in one sitting, I just don't have to eat for the next like 3 days. To continue on though, you said what's your favorite restaurant and why? What was it?
Jimmy John's?
Jimmy John's. Okay, but what's the exact reason though? What was it?
I have loved the concept idea of sandwiches, and I just like making sandwiches.
Okay,
So Jimmy John's is just like another place that makes subs.
that makes sense.
It's like a Subway, but more, I would say, better
A better
than
Subway.
Subway.
Better
Subway.
food, but less variety in what you can get.
Yeah.
That's understandable. Okay. I mean, you want to know what my subs are?
No.
Bread, ham, cheese, lettuce. I'm kidding. It's just bread and ham. You thought, bro. I had you guys on a
Really?
ride for that. Yeah, it's just bread and cheese.
I think
or just,
then you would like.
bread and
I
meat.
would say if you take away like for the Gargantua, I remember my uncle and I would get like only half of it. I can't eat the whole foot long thing. All it has is like all the meats they sell there, and they only have lettuce and and you can literally take off the lettuce and you can have all the meat on it.
Totally off topic, real quick. Just poured Pepsi all over my pants, and I'm wearing like pajamas, and it's
Why?
soaked into my pajamas. It's not like a lot, but like it's just enough to where it's cold and soaked into my pajamas. Well, I guess I didn't give my favorite restaurant,
I'm serious.
or just I guess place in general. If I had to choose, I would probably say Osaka, which is I think I don't want to say local, but at least in this, maybe let's just say Midwest, maybe Midwest. They're a very expensive, cook the food in front of you at your table kind of restaurant. But here's the thing. Here's why I mentioned all the picky stuff. I will
Korean
eat.
barbecue.
I
or-
will. It is Asian. I just don't know exactly what it is, like what specific Asian it is. But they typically they come to your table. They start off and they do a whole show, like they do the onions, and they have a volcano of onions, and it sprays fire up and everything.
Oh, I seen.
And they
those.
like toss things in your mouth, and they cook, like the table is the grill and stuff, and they cook it in front of you in the middle of the table. And now, as much as I mentioned I'm picky, I will eat anything they give me. I will eat anything. Like, I hate mushrooms. Absolutely hate mushrooms. They give you a bowl of like soup with mushrooms basically in it. Absolutely love it. Greatest thing I've ever tasted in my life. But like, I don't know if it's because they cook it so high and just well that my taste buds just don't give a crap and it tastes good, or what. But like, I forget about my pickiness when I'm there, and I will eat everything as much as you give me.
So you would eat squid.
Oh yeah, no, if they gave me anything, I guarantee you I would eat it. They are that good at cooking that I don't care about my pickiness.
Even mold.
They make me
would,
forget.
Pancake would become a cannibal if they fed him.
They literally make me forget about how picky I am with food. And
Uh-huh.
it's amazing.
I love how Pancake didn't deny the cannibal charges.
I
Listen,
know.
but they are expensive though.
How much are
Yeah,
they?
so
Like, how much
basically
is for a
top.
person or a family?
Typically, so usually you do a group, of course, but typically they split up individually. It's about $100 minimum per person,
Oh God.
which isn't too bad for how, like, of course these are like 5-star chefs cooking in front
It's
of you.
like a show on food. As
Yeah,
well,
it's a
so.
show on food. They're giving you a show, entertainment while cooking your food and making you 5-star food. So for $100 per person, that's pretty good compared to some 5-star restaurants, bro. And
I know,
now, granted, it's
yeah.
considered real quick. I think it's considered a 3-star restaurant, but they have 5-star chefs is the thing, because people train. 5-star chefs do train in other restaurants. They don't just work at 5-star
Yeah.
restaurants, but they train there. So sometimes you get chefs that are 3 stars, and even 3-star chefs are amazing at cooking. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes you get a 5-star chef, and I don't know what they do different, but like Gordon Ramsay in my mouth, like cream all over me, please.
Oh my God.
That was out of context.
That's the most Pancake statement ever.
Dude, Gordon Ramsay can cream
Been
in my
do
mouth
ask.
with his food any day. Excuse you, Mr. Soap Prima Vista Pro.
Imagine not having a Prima Vista Pro.
I hate you. Get out of here with your self-promotion. But I think the more
Prima Vista Pro, now only $999.
Moving on.
Order now with the phone number below. And if you call now, we will throw in a second Prima Vista Pro for free, completely free. But only if you order within the next 5 minutes. So the clock's ticking. Order your Prima Vista Pro now. And if you order the double Prima Vista Pro set, you will get 4 Prima Vista Pros, 2 wood cleaner sets.
So Elon Musk
What?
bought Twitter.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no.
I thought you
Oh,
were...
yeah.
My brain, bro.
Oh, Elon Musk.
I thought you were calling me Elon Musk first. I was like, what?
Do you know you're gonna do the $8 to get their verified badge for $8 a month?
Yeah, Mitch, did you hear about that? You can now
That
buy
is
the
so-
verification badge, but you want to know his reasoning for it? So he classifies it as the peasant and lord system currently. And the way to combat spam accounts and stuff, and certain things, which is going to happen regardless, but is to combat it with a paid system. Now, the thing is that he uses the counter argument for, is everyone sits there and complains, well, what's the point of a verification badge now if you can just buy it, right? And his general topic is one is to combat spam, stuff like that, and bots, etc., blah, 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 right? But that's not the main point. The main purpose of it is it gives you perks now that are actually worth having. So you know Twitter Blue is a thing the whole time, right? You heard about that?
Sure.
It's just Twitter Blue now. It's just a premium version. You get, like, some extra perks that are cool. It's like Discord Nitro. Think about that. That's what it is. You can now get basically
It's
Twitter
stupidly
Nitro.
cringe.
It combats the all the bots and spam and stuff like that, but at the same time, it gets rid of the point of having a verification badge for the famous people. But the only people really complaining are the famous people who are now like, oh, now everybody gets it. But that's the whole point of it is, I guess, to... Let me just look it up.
Because they don't want to.
I don't want to
them,
like.
so
I want to actually quote Elon Musk on it because I think I'm saying the opposite of what he's actually saying. One of the points that is made, I guess I can say that while I'm finding it, is even though it's $8 to buy it and you get all these perks and stuff, right? You can still use Twitter for free, and that's one of the things that people are making the argument of. Oh, you got to pay $8 to use Twitter, blah blah blah. Not understanding, it's just like Discord. You can use Discord for free. We are right now. I have Nitro. But cool. I'm pretty sure. Do you both have Nitro, etc.? I don't know if you do. Exactly, but you're using it just as I am right now, right? Cool, I get some cool perks and stuff that you don't have. But does it matter if you pay or not? No. That's kind of how he's doing it with Twitter. It makes up for the whole point is to make up for the fact he did just spend $44 billion on Twitter, of course.
Well, yeah.
He's got to make up a little bit of his profit.
Money.
Also, he's changing how the advertisers are because we'll get into that topic in a second. They found a lot of hidden stuff in the messages and stuff in Twitter with the former executives, by the way, Mitch, especially on political incorrectness and them, of course, rigging things, etc., which was found and proven and sent publicly out, etc. I guess on the terms of advertisers, though, advertisers were specifically being paid to stay to give a certain view on purpose, and if that makes sense, like let's use politics as an example on Twitter, right? They were purposely using a specific political standard by paying Twitter to get what they want, and Twitter would accept the money. And Elon Musk even said he doesn't want that to be. He wants political correctness, and he's purposely doing this so because he's going to lose a lot of advertisers doing this. Is he not? Saying because he's I'm doing quotation fingers, a Republican now, by the way, but the issue here is the fact that most of his advertisers that are currently on Twitter are definitely going to leave. That's a lot of money lost. So one, it makes up for that, and on two, he can get the political correct advertisers that Twitter actually needs to be if he wants it to get there, this is all hypothetically, get to the actual freedom of speech Twitter that he is so-called promoting, if that makes sense. So it is to make up a lot of money. He has admit that. It's not. He's not going to hide that fact. It's pretty obvious. It gives you perks, though. It's still a cool thing. It's like Discord Nitro. But at the same time, it is to combat bots. It's to work on spam. It's to work on a bunch of other aspects of advertisements, etc., and things that are going to be lost. But yes, the people that are mad are the people of verification badges, which makes sense because now the point of having a verified badge doesn't really mean much, does it not? But at the same time, those people are complaining and saying they're not going to pay $8 to have a verification badge, and all I gotta do is pay $8 a month. Yet they sit there and use it for free in the same standpoint, and they still can use it for free. Twitter is a free thing. It doesn't matter if you're a verified badge or not. You still can use Twitter for free, regardless. You don't need a badge to be like, oh yeah. It makes sense when it comes to accounts that are mimicking, but it's still against TOS, and those accounts do get banned very quickly. Even under the former Twitter executives and stuff, people that were like, oh, I'm now Elon Musk, but now that Elon Musk doesn't have a badge because he doesn't pay $8 a month, they get banned very quick, extremely quick. So it's not like you have to worry about people copying and impersonating because they take those kind of TOSs very seriously, and now they have a board that actually conducts certain aspects. Because, for example, before they had a board that ran Twitter, they had one person that was in charge of making big ban decisions, right? And that one person said, oh, 90% of Twitter does not care if Trump's on the platform or not. I'm just going to ban Trump. That was the accurate thing that you can look up. They were the only person that said they wanted to ban Trump and ban Trump with an executive decision, and nobody else had any say in it. I'm just using it as an example, of course. I'm not giving my opinion or point on that option, because I do have my own opinion and point on that said action. But the fact that one person had the power to solely ban whoever they wanted for no reason without any other person on the board having the say in said thing was very wrong and definitely not freedom of speech or the ability to be on a free platform that continuously says it's a freedom of speech platform. So in my opinion, the whole Elon Musk thing, I like what he's trying to do. I can't say if it's working or not. I don't know if that will work, the $8 a month. I could see it go either way. There's so many counterpoints and arguments for either way for it. I do think it is a good option. The one thing I do agree with, which is the only counter option that really makes sense, is the verification badge now means nothing. But he has talked about a new system, basically like a new verification badge in general, that you could basically work with Twitter in order to get one. If you're, say, still a government official or stuff like that, that does matter, and you do need to have said badge so people understand. Like, for example, current political figures have a big thing that says they're a political figure, if they're in the Senate, what seat, etc., right? They still keep all that stuff and still have their verified identity. But when it comes to somebody like, say, Markiplier, they would have to work with Twitter in a certain way to be like, yeah, I'm actually the real Markiplier. And if there is a bot or impersonation, they're going to get banned extremely quick regardless. So it's a plus and minus either way. No matter how you look at it, there's so many plus and minuses to it. I do think it could go either way. It's one of those options that could be a really good thing. It could be an absolutely horrible thing, and he just wasted $44 billion and ruined an entire thing. Not that anybody cared about Twitter in the first place, but you know.
So with all that verified, if like someone does have the $8 badge, like people are gonna take them seriously. What about the people who can't afford that, like that monthly subscription? So what anything they say would not be taken seriously, or people can just delete them or like ban them?
I think very quickly the thing about it is, it's clear that they don't want the verified system anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like they're getting rid of the verified system, and instead of just saying they're getting rid of the verified system, they're incorporating something else that they wanted to add and just still acting like it's a part of the verification system when it's really not. So, like, in my opinion, the more honest way to go about this would be to just go, yeah, we're getting rid of the verification system, but we're going to add in a monthly subscription. You get a blue check mark for it, and you also get these other perks for it, but it's no longer going to be the verification system. That would be a much more honest way to go about what they're really doing. Do I have a problem with it? No, I don't have a problem with it.
I don't think we even care about Twitter in general.
Yeah. Like, I just in general think that social media is a plague for the most part when it comes to platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. It is horrible for the brain to be on them for any length of time. And they're built from the ground up to maximize the amount of time people spend on them and maximize the amount of brain rot you get from them. So, like, in general, I don't really care, because I think, if anything, it's better if these platforms become as bad as possible so people stop using them in the way they do. And, like, the way Discord is set up is much more poised to the way that people should interact online than
podcast.
Than platforms like Instagram and Facebook. And as mentioned, platforms like Instagram and Facebook are just in general bad for the brain and stuff like that. So, it's one of those things where it's hard for me to care too much because of that. But in terms of the actual specifics of it, it's one of those things where it's very clear that all he's doing is going, all right, we're getting rid of the blue check mark or the verification system. Here's a blue check mark if you give me money. That's basically all it is. It makes sense from his perspective, and as Pancake mentioned, he spent a lot of money to get it, and it's kind of the, replacement cost. It's like, all right, no longer are you going to have stuff shoved down your throat specifically of specific ideologies, specifically because somebody paid for it, but as a cost, you lose the verification system. It's something that now you have to spend money for. I feel like it's a all right trade-off. If you're going to...
Oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish that real quick.
If you're going to use a social media platform, I feel like one that uses that sort of system makes so much more sense than using one that, like Facebook, which data mines everything on your device the moment you even open the website. Like, it makes a lot more sense to use a platform that's going about it in a way where it's like, all right, some people spend money. As a result, we're not going to collect as much data and steal all your information. Yeah. It's a trade-off, but one that, in my opinion, makes a lot of sense and is better for the users.
I like what Ivan said in chat. Are you going to buy the Twitter Battle Pass to Mega?
Oh, God.
The Twitter Battle Pass. That's a good way of putting it. But, like, I like it. It's still a controversial method, but the only people that are really get to complain about it are the verification system people, who are the famous people anyways, that are complaining that they don't want to spend $8.
Because it doesn't really give that much of a difference to people that aren't already verified. What does it realistically change for you? I mean, everybody that has a blue check mark, for the most part, already has enough followers that it's very obvious when there's a fake. If there's a fake Elon Musk account with 200 followers, you're not going to believe it's the real Elon Musk account. It's pretty obvious which ones are the fakes for the prominent political figures. And, the blue check mark just really wasn't all that needed in the first place.
I have a meme
so it makes
for
sense
that.
the users don't really care all that much,
also-
besides the ones that are like, I don't want to pay for this. Stuff like
and
that.
also with Twitter, don't forget Twitter was also found to purposely show you specific things not catered towards you, because in the top right, there is a big button that you click and you swap to what is catered towards you if you didn't know that. It is set default to what Twitter wants you to see. And it's usually political stuff that is specified by advertisers to be a certain way, if that makes sense. Let's just say. It's stated a certain way
But
to be...
the customer's always right. I'm saying.
Not what it's supposed to actually be, but what the person writing the article wants it to be, because that's just how news articles are these days, of course. But yeah, going into the next part, the Twitter, Elon went through all like the DMs and stuff like that, and just all the Twitter executive files and emails and stuff, right? They found so much, just like, let's just say like corrupt is probably the best term of words used for things they were doing behind the scenes and stuff.
Well, I think if anything, this is a great sign for the people that are still on platforms like Facebook and stuff like that have very similar executives to the ones that were on Twitter, and are some of the places where some of those corrupt Twitter executives are probably going to flee to find jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great sign to those sort of people to jump ship and get off the platform.
Yeah.
And move, if you are going to use social media, which, as I said before, I think is a very bad idea to use social media very often. But if it's one of those things where you're going to use it regardless, I think this is a great sign that you should jump ship, go to a platform, more so aligned like Twitter, where you're less likely to have all of your information stolen and all of that stuff within the first 15 minutes now.
I do agree with Ivan just said. I just hope Elon Musk buys EA so he can bring changes to the company, make Apex servers better.
So you can legit pay for a gun skin so that you can have good iron sights and not need a scope as much.
That makes sense. It's EA.
Yeah.
Or if I could pay to win in Sims, I'm just kidding.
Why can't you pay to win in Sims?
You can. You know how long I spent playing Sims 3 when I was younger? Just to realize if you click the controller in a certain way, you open the cheat menu.
Isn't that every other game?
I accidentally realized that one day when I spammed I think it's all the triggers together and you click both sticks, because I just got mad at the game. Don't ask why I got mad at The Sims 3, I was young, okay? I got mad at The Sims 3 and then I just spammed all the buttons together and it was like, cheat menu! Infinite money! Like, huh!
Why can't that work in real life?
What do you mean? And it gave me all the achievements too. Like, it wasn't like a...
Where's my cheat menu at?
It didn't even like cancel the achievements at the time. It was on 360 when it first came out. So it just gave me all the achievements.
That is such an Xbox moment. I love how Xbox, like, they portray everything like they really care about achievements and achievements are important, and then they just kind of aren't.
The one thing I do like about achievements, of course, the whole point back in the day was to get you to have extra things to do after you beat a game or get bored, etc. But nowadays they don't make achievements like that anymore. They're just not made that way anymore.
There's also less games that have post-game content. I feel like a lot more games are built in a way where once you've completed the game, if you played it right, you could 100% the game by the time you beat the main boss or whatever. I feel like a lot more games are set up like that nowadays.
Yeah.
Whereas there was a lot more... Back in the day, I feel like there's a lot more post-game content where it's like, alright, you finished the game. You still have this other stuff you can do, though. You've just finished the main storyline. Whereas now, if you want something like that, you have to pay for DLC.
EA. Sorry, I made it full circle there.
Well, no, EA makes you pay for the base game features. You don't even get to finish the game unless you paid.
True.
Star, what do you think about DLCs? Do you buy DLCs?
Only if I'm like really into the game in that moment. I bought DLCs for Destiny 2. I enjoyed it until Forsaken, but the new ones that came out, I'm like not into anymore, so I don't think the DLCs are worth it. At the time, they were worth it to me, but just in the moment, I feel like the DLCs are worth it if you're really into the game at that moment. If it's on a game you enjoyed and there's DLCs, you can buy it if you want, but they're not to like. Yeah, there's more content, just by the way.
Yeah. Well, what are your guys' thoughts on buying skins in games? Because this is something that I've changed a lot.
No, I feel I'm too guilty for that.
I'm
guilty.
I'm
I've seen your
okay.
Valorant account, Star.
Yeah.
How much money have you spent on Valorant skins, Star?
I wouldn't lie if it was above 300.
Mitch, I'm giving you a shower, by the way. Giving you a shower.
I know Dummy Foster spent like 700 to 800.
Why?
Pancake, do you spend money on skins?
Now here's the thing. If it's a battle pass, sure. If it's normal skins, no. Because battle pass, you get like typically it depends on the battle pass, but you get enough to where it feels like for $10 it's worth more than buying a single $50 skin. That where a skin literally could be $50. There's no point of spending a freaking fortune on a single skin that I'm going to use for maybe, let's say, a couple months and then never play the game ever again, or one day forget about a game and I just wasted $50. I could have bought a game with that, bro.
Yeah, so like I used to be like, if you spend money on a skin in a game, you're a bit insane. I've changed a little bit on that. I feel like battle passes can make sense.
I think don't forget that keyword you say, can. I still think it depends what they put in it and if it's actually worth whatever the cost is that they chose for the cost, which is usually, let's say $10 is usually the base price, right?
I do think it's a bit scummy for games, though, when you can't get skins at all for free. Or if you can get them for free, it takes a really long, strenuous time
like
just
Fortnite?
to get skins.
I think games like with Battle Passes are starting to get a little better at that. I say a little because they're still horrible at it. But there are a lot more free skins in the Battle Pass that you can get. And it still keeps you doing some challenges. Like games like Fortnite that still offer you some free challenges to do for your Battle Pass. Even though you don't have the Battle Pass, you don't do all the premiums, the quests and all that stuff, But it still gives you an ability to do some challenges, feel like you're doing some extra cool, unique things that aren't a part of the base game. Or some extra challenges to get you to think and play a certain way for a bit, To maybe potentially get a few skins. But Valorant is still getting there. Because how often do you really get a free skin in Valorant? See what I mean? There are free skins in the Battle Pass, but it's in Fortnite. It's like it's tiered, isn't it? Isn't Fortnite tiered? Isn't there a free and a premium pass right above each other?
Tiered, yeah.
But they give you something at least every other level or something like that. Even if it's not a gun skin or something, but like a banner or something, they give you something. You know what I mean? To feel like you're still getting things and gives you a reason to even want to do the Battle Pass. And then that's a good way of enticing said person to maybe eventually buy said Battle Pass for the other things that are in it. Because then they feel like, oh, if I'm already spending enough time on this Battle Pass for free, maybe it's actually worth it to get it, because then I'm spending $10 on something that I'm already interested in and wanting to get some extra stuff and some cool, unique cosmetics, etc. for a game.
Yeah.
But if you're not making it interesting on the free aspect, then it's not going to be interesting enough on the paid aspect.
Like, I really like the way Siege does it, where you can get tons of cosmetics without spending any money.
Oh yeah, they even give
you can
packs.
have tons of cosmetics everywhere, all over the place. But then, if you want more cosmetics, even more, you can spend money. There's some, and then, almost all of the cosmetics you can unlock for free with Renown. It's just a matter of there's some that are paid walled, behind our 6 credits. But most of those are like the esport team sets and stuff like that.
Which makes sense, because they do have
and
to
then they
pay
do
those
have
teams.
the elite skins that are, a little nicer, that are only money-wise and give ending animation or whatnot, where it's still worth the money. So you still have a reason to spend the money, and it still feels worth it if you get it. But if you don't have to get it, it isn't a big deal.
That makes sense.
Right? It doesn't feel like you're missing out.
In my probably finishing terms on it, I do think battle passes are getting better. I used to absolutely hate battle passes. I do think they're getting better.
Oh, I did too.
I do think it's something that could eventually become fully, if it's not already fully, but fully incorporated into gaming one day. I just think it's going to take a lot more refining. It's nowhere near refined enough. It has so much more refining to do, but they're on a good start, if that makes sense. It just depends where they take it. Depends on the new games take it. But I also think that's a good point for new games that want to have something unique. That, of course, it's hard to do that these days with every game copying a battle pass, etc. But if you can make a unique battle pass that makes it interesting to get, you already have an advantage over every other battle pass. And that's quite a bit right there. That's a big section that you have an advantage over.
Yeah, like the thing is you have to be able to find a way to balance making money and satisfying the players.
Exactly.
And that's a hard balance to find, but if you can find a good spot, and if you want to focus more on satisfying the players, you're going to be able to get more for free. If you want to focus on making money, then there's going to be less for free. But the problem is if you focus too much on making money, then you'll make the community upset, and you'll end up making less money due to a smaller community.
You want to know why I also think Siege is good at it? Because of the fact Siege is a paid game, correct? Since their battle pass is a lot more interactive and not free, but still there's so much free stuff you get, and the fact that they have renowned packs, etc., they still make money from their game anyways, and then they can still make a lot of additional money because of the fact that they give so much stuff away for free still because you already paid for the game.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense.
Think just in general, from my experience gaming, games work better if they cost money.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to cost a lot of money. Make a game cost $20, right? So, like, where there's kind of that base.
He's like, what is this underinflated number here, bro?
Why not free? Free is better.
So the problem with free games is they get filled with too many transactions.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Microtransactions. Because the
Yeah.
problem is if you don't have a base cost of entry, then
Again,
there's no incentive for the base game to be good.
I mean, that's also why.
But
I
if you have a
mobile
base
games.
cost of entry, then there's an incentive for the base game to be good.
That's why I hate most mobile games, because most mobile games, they do make a set money from the Google Play Store, by the way, for downloads. Even if they're free, they make money for you simply downloading their game. That is how they work, because they're on the Google Play Store. Now, of course, less popular games make sense. But how many mobile games have you played, if you have in your life, do you play that's a free game or so, right, that you know has hundreds of million downloads that make enough money that Raid Shadow Legends that you can literally promote to every single goddamn person and their dog on the entire world, and yet you still have not Raid Shadow that sentence comma, but
If
still
you sponsor
have
Raid Shadow Legends, we'll say all good things.
but still have so many microtransactions in it that it's just unplayable, or so many advertisements. You get what I mean? Like, if you're already making your fortune off of downloads, why do you have so many microtransactions, etc.? Like, you can have them, nothing against it, but like, there's so many games like that, just shove it down your throat, and it's like, no wonder people don't like your game.
Should I do the HBO one? I don't know if anyone
I mean,
actually did it.
do you watch anything on HBO?
I do watch
anytime.
stuff on
My
HBO.
thing when it comes to sponsorships, do it.
That's
It's
the
well
thing,
worth
like,
it. But make sure you at least are interested in said product enough to be able to
Yeah.
give your own voice honestly.
Actually give a
and
crap
not,
about it
and
instead
not
of
feel
do it
like
for
you're
the money.
forced just for the money.
Yeah.
Because
Actually
then,
do it
if you're
because
good
I-
enough for it, who knows? Maybe they give you future ones, maybe they don't. But at least you made a good sponsorship video, and then your future sponsors that do look at that stuff see how professional you are and how much you actually enjoy and took time in said product before you did the sponsorship video, and they're way more likely to offer you a said sponsorship.
Anyway, all right, guys. We should probably
Wrap it up.
go ahead and wrap it up. Me and Star have Valorant practice here soon. But yeah, so join the Discord. Pancake,
So,
we gotta.
wrapping it up?
Is it a
We're
single
so,
lantern?
We're wrapping it up, but
We're
also
wrapping it
we're
up.
so close to finishing the
We're wrapping
cleaning.
it up.
Now, question is, it's a single lantern, isn't it?
We're wrapping
There's
up.
one
Yeah?
lantern
Wrap-
I'm
Yeah.
holding you
yeah.
hostage because I know which one it is.
Yeah.
I found it.
Okay, you found it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I purposely didn't clean that just so you wouldn't find it later. Star, all right,
Get outta
Mitch gave us an outro last time, right? Star, you want to do it?
Lines.
Lions. What's the outro?
Thank you all so much
Okay,
for watching.
Thank you so much
British
for
boy,
watching.
editor, blow up pancake.
Oh, what do you mean? No!